PGA Sports and the PGA Tour are proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Welcome everyone to the greatest show on grass. We're at TPC Scottsdale for the opening round of the WM Phoenix Open. Hello everyone, thrilled to have your company this week. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and we've got Henny Koyak and John McCarthy following the action out on the course. And Beamer, before we take in all the action out on the course, just a few thoughts on TPC Scottsdale that has quite a bit of action around it.
You know, look, it's so funny to talk about because, yes, we know what 16 is like. We know what 17 is like. We know all the interesting and fun things that go on around there. But don't kid yourself. This is still a pretty darn good test of golf. I mean, you get some really tough holes, you know, holes 5 through 8 on the front 9 that'll capture your attention. And then you got a couple of ones, 11 through 14 on the back 9 that can come up and bite you. But I tell you what, I know players love playing here. The golf course always in great shape. It's just, you know, you got to keep your mind on the golf and what's inside the ropes instead of outside the ropes, and that's sometimes impossible.
TPC Scottsdale, known for a bunch of birdies, Rich, and you can get right after them here at the first.
A gentle opening hole, second shot, a good opportunity to get your iron play dialed in. Green is very small. Anything missing to the right and to the left will run off into a collection area. However, if your irons are dialed in early, it's a great opportunity to make an opening 3.
Xander Schauffele currently on top of the leaderboard here. As we head to the tee shot for the second here at TPC Scottsdale, Rich, and really it sets the tone for the day, doesn't it? Just ball in play.
Yeah, it's not a difficult tee shot per se, but it's got a blind landing area. You got a couple of bunkers down the right-hand side. You'll see plenty of action. You got some pretty heavy-duty rough off the left-hand side. You really kind of have to commit to a distance, or a spot in the distance, I should say, that you want to get your ball going towards, because you really don't have a true feel of where that golf ball is going to end up.
Choosing the 9-iron here. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
This is downhill, can't be too bold.
Ooh, a couple of birdies on the bounce. Look who's on a roll. Back-to-back birdies never hurt, Rich.
Gotta like it. He's feeling it.
He's in a share of 12th place.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Quality shot, that one. Second shot here on the third. Oh, well done. He's standing over his third shot. That is a touch of class.
Tom Kim watched that one all the way. Great approach shot. This player is definitely upping the pressure in this rivalry.
Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole. Currently at 3 under for the day. Well, the 4th hole at TPC Scottsdale is the first par 3 on the course, Rich, and you like the look of this, don't you?
I do. It's a benign little par 3 if your distance control is spot on. This green chases away from you just a little bit to make that shot a little tougher.
Opting for the 5-iron. Oh, this one's right down the pipe. And that one has found its way onto the green. That's a good shot, but some work ahead still. Come on, let's make this putt. It's for a share of 4th on the leaderboard. And Henny, what's he looking at for this putt?
He's looking at around 14 foot, I'd say.
Watch this thing turn.
Well, it's a good effort. Just missing the birdie there. Just a short putt remaining here. Trailing by 5 shots after that hole. Here we are on the par 4 5th hole, Rich, and the tee shot. What do you fancy?
It is sneaky difficult. Just a straightaway hole with that bunker on the right. That is menacing. And even funnier, I've seen a lot of shots miss even further right. And Oscar Bravo.
This one from about 160 yards out. 5 strokes behind our leader. And he's safely on the green with that shot. This putt for inside the top 5 on the leaderboard. And he's down there. You got a read?
It's just going to cruise up to the left-hand side.
So close. A par putt awaits. In she goes. Let's head to the next. And our leader is now out by 3 shots as we head to the next. Okay, the 6th tee shot, Rich, at TPC Scottsdale, visually quite intimidating.
Your eyes are drawn to those 3 bunkers down the left-hand side, Luke, but you got to bring the heat. You got to hit a big tee shot to get it over all of them.
That drive heading straight towards the cut stuff. Around 110 yards to go. 5 shots off the lead. Well, got some sort of streak going on here. Greens in regulation. What a statistic.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And he will move to 4 under par now. Some lovely momentum for this player, moving up the leaderboard. There's few par 3s tougher than this 7th hole at TPC Scottsdale.
I don't think there is one. I mean, you got deep bunker right and to the left-hand side to a green that just seems to repel golf balls time and time again. This is just, it's such a tough shot.
Some nice calculations there with this wind.
This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
Looking for another birdie here.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. He's currently tied for 4th. Let's head to the 8th hole and the tee shot on this par 4, Rich.
And again, you got a couple of bunkers down the left-hand side that your eyes are drawn to, even though your eyes need to be drawn out to the right at that tree. Tons of space out to the right. Those bunkers, those are no good.
Absolutely flushed. His 2nd shot here. 4 shots behind our leader. That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
Ever so slightly, this one's going right.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And that will take him to 5 under. And after that hole, this player is in second in the standings, just 1 spot shy of Xander Schauffele. Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway. The right number seems to be more the premium here for this second shot.
That's exactly what you want to have, a perfect number. And if anything, you want to try and hit something hard to get in there close. This green has got a little bit of movement to you. Can't quite see from the fairway.
Oh, lovely looking shot into birdie range here at the 9th. Four feet to the cup.
He's got this one for birdie.
Mark it down. That's 6 birdies today.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And as we step on to the 10th tee, Rich, always good to look back at the 9 holes just played.
Well, after 9, so far, so good. It's great to see these 2 players stepping up, getting the best out of their games. It'll be interesting to see exactly who's going to be ahead at the end of the tournament.
That's a nice looking tee shot, that one. I don't know about you, Rich, but I love it when we get to this part of the golf course. It all starts to light up in front.
Well, that's because you like pain and suffering, don't you, Luke? You get the first whiff of the 16th there with your second shot at the 10th hole. Not much to the screen, it must be said. But you just know, that the 16th will be there before too long.
This putt coming up is for birdie. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in.
Opportunity lost, and one they needed to take advantage of, sitting just 2 back of the lead.
He's currently sitting in second. Well, here we are on the tee at 11, Rich, and you start to get a little tense on the tee.
When you stand on this tee, you better have a very clear vision of exactly what kind of shot you're going to play out into this fairway, because that water on the left, it's going to distract you a lot.
This shot here near the 200-yard marker. 2 strokes off the lead. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. This putt is from long distance. And he's down there. You got a read?
This has got loads of movement right to left, this one.
You can either chip it in or putt it in from off the green. Ooh. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. And it's Xander Schauffele in top spot as we move to the next. Your thoughts here on the par 3 12th, Rich?
Bale left in the bunker and chunk and run it to 30 feet for the par, but it's just hard, Luke. It's just a hard par 3.
Going with the 5-iron here. Well, that'll work. Up on the dance floor. Could have been worse. 13 feet to the hole. This one started out on a good line. That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole. And that takes him to 6 under. Okay, holding steady on the leaderboard after that hole. The tee shot here at 13 doesn't look as comfortable as you'd want from par 5.
It's not, but still, it's a par 5. If you find the fairway any place, you're going forward into.
Well, this one looks to be heading down the runway. What a year with 5 victories already this season.
That dog will hunt.
This now, his 3rd shot. Just a couple back from our leader. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? Trying to get it to 7 under par with this putt. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's been prowling around this one. It's 11 foot out.
Looking better.
Yeah, that was slightly misjudged. Just a simple tap in for par on this one. As we head to the next, our leader is ahead by 2. Standing on the tee at 14, it feels like a slight reprieve after the challenges we've had before.
This is probably the most comfortable tee shot these guys will face all day. That bunker's not in play. Fairly generous driving area. Go ahead and just get on it.
What a drive. Look at that.
Henny, what's the player facing here?
By my estimation, he's got around 170 here.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. Henny, take us through the break on this putt.
Yeah, it's really tough to see, but it's going to be straight and then just switch left.
Good chance, this one. Right on 6 feet. Trailing by a couple of strokes now. On the tee here at 15, Rich, there's a whole lot of agua down the left-hand side, but you can't be thinking that.
You can't, but you know it comes into play. The longer you hit it, the more that comes into play down the left-hand side. You got to keep it down the right third of this fairway. Find the fairway. You can have a great opportunity to knock it on into.
Tee shot is looking good here.
He has his eyes set on one place and one place only. It's the green.
Now he's got his eyes set on the putting surface. An aggressive play here. Oh my, right by the hole. And this putt to move into a tie for first.
This one starting out way to the right.
That's great golf there. So close to the eagle. Just a simple tap in for birdie, and that will take him to 7 under. And at the conclusion of that hole, our featured player remains just a spot behind the 2024 PGA champion, Xander Schauffele. Okay, Rich, we've stepped into the Coliseum, and I feel like I want to have Welcome to the Jungle playing in my ears from Guns N' Roses.
You know what? I'd do Thunderstruck. I'd get everybody fired up. I'd have that guitar riff going, you know, and just listening to these people just lose their minds. Just Thunderstruck right here. This is awesome. I mean, I don't know if I've ever been more nervous on a par 3 in my life. Even from, you know, short range, 8 irons, 9 irons mostly, just because you know you're going to get booed by 20,000 folks that really just are waiting to let you have it.
Like the look of this one. And that will drop in for birdie. That's a momentum maker, isn't it?
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
And with that hole, this player is currently tied for first with Xander Schauffele. All right, here we are at 17. What a wonderful short par 4.
It is. It gives you all the excitement, I think, of any other hole out on the golf course. But you can make an eagle pretty quick, or you can make a 5 or a 6 or a 7 even. This has seen it all throughout the years. The one place you can't miss it is left in the water off the tee. Bail out to the right and lean on your short game.
Well, that's a handy shot. So much easier when you roll like that, isn't it? It's just about 3 feet away. And after that hole, this player currently holds top spot on the leaderboard with Xander Schauffele in second. Well, we've come to the last here at TPC Scottsdale, but there's still some work to be done.
There's a lot of work to be done. Finding it in the middle of this fairway is not one easy task, even for the longest hitters. That bunker down the left-hand side, the church pews, that sees a lot of action. So the other two up there, this is really a hole that you got to thread it out there with either a 3-wood or driver, but it's pretty much one of the most underrated, difficult driving holes on the golf course.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
He's got, I'd say, a solid 145 here.
Ooh, this is gonna work.
With this wind, that's a thing of beauty.
This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. His round has come to a close. That is an impressive birdie. And Rich, as this round comes to an end, this player is just barely leading the field, but absolutely loving the action this week.
No doubt, Luke. And even with the very slender lead going in tomorrow's round, Luke, I'm interested to see how well this player sleeps tonight.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.